UN General Assembly 2019, awaiting diplomatic fireworks between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Professor Tijani Bande. The effect of Biafra independence agitation meticulously championed by the Indigenous People of Biafra, Ipob, worldwide, ably led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has persistently continued to take its toll on the Nigerian government. The unprecedented invitation by the United Nations General Assembly to the Ipob leader to feature in its upcoming summit in the month of September 2019 is exceptionally being awaited as the date closes in. Sequel to the visitation of the Ipob diplomatic contingent led by the Ipob deputy leader, Mazi Uche Mefor, to the world body's headquarters situated in Geneva, Switzerland last year, the Ipob leader will be mounting the podium to brief the global community on issues pertaining to the Biafra agitation. Recall that Mazi Uche Mefor led Biafra diplomatic contingent's visit last year to the United Nations was premised on the series of disgusting human rights abuses being meted on the Biafran people by the Nigerian armed forces. These were carried out on direct, firm instructions of the Nigerian Islamic government, coupled with other relative concerns bordering on the need for a Biafra referendum. In an interview with an anonymous Igbo Biafran senior civil servant working in the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there is this revelation that there presently exists serious tension at the country's seat of power since the adoption of the resolution by the world body that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in the forthcoming United Nations General Assembly slated for September this year, 2019. He further stated that the invitation of the Ipob leader was what prompted the Nigerian government's wastage of billions of United States dollars in trying to lobby some dignitaries globally. This was the reason behind the unopposed election of Professor Tijani Mohammed Bande, Nigeria's permanent representative in the United Nations, as the president of the world body's General Assembly. The anonymous Foreign Affairs Ministry interviewee maintained that the Nigerian government plans to use the presence of the newly elected president to either intimidate or frustrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he will be speaking to the General Assembly. Considering, however, the momentum with which the Biafra agitation is gathering popularity and acceptability in the global circle, the September edition of the General Assembly is most certainly going to be a ferocious diplomatic battleground between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu representing Biafra and Professor Tijani Bande representing Nigeria. Both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, the Ipob Directorate of State, DOS, and the Ipob diplomatic contingent are all aware of numerous diplomatic persuasions, secret lobbyings being desperately carried out daily by the Nigerian government just to try to frustrate any effort geared towards the Biafra independence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Ipob, globally, will be addressing the global community as the direct victim, target of assassination attempt of 14th of September 2017 via a calculated military invasion of the Palace of His Royal Majesty, HRM, is Israel Lokwa Kanu by the Nigerian Army. In that murderous expedition, 28 able-bodied, armless Ipob volunteers detailed to guide the Ipob leader to safety were killed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself undoubtedly will mount the podium to comprehensively tell the world what he suffered during that dastardly genocidal raid in his father's palace and how he managed to escape from the assassination plot. The agitation for Biafra independence, which is the primary reason behind the assassination attempt and what is presently needed to be expeditiously done to avert future tragedies occasioned by the cruel responses of the Nigerian government, remain exceptionally pivotal. Recall that late last year, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's location was clearly unknown as he was somewhere receiving medical treatment due to severe injuries he sustained during the callous military invasion of his residence. His younger brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, was then given an invitation to Geneva, Switzerland, by the United Nations to attend the Human Rights Summit. He was billed to give detailed account as an eyewitness to what really transpired in their family compound on the 14th of September 2017. This was however hampered by the Swiss embassy in Abuja, Nigeria, in criminal connivance with the vampiric, human rights violating government of Nigeria, as he was denied entry visa to Switzerland. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu miraculously resurfaced to the disappointment and shame of the enemies, he will certainly be going to the United Nations General Assembly to personally give explanation to what happened to him and how he managed to escape the Nigerian government's sponsored assassination attempt on his life. Because of this invitation, which will definitely be honored, the Nigerian government is presently unsettled, running helter-skelter, desperately and massively inducing global institutions and managing authorities to the extent of wasting taxpayers' resources to procure the office of the President of the United Nations General Assembly for Professor Tijani Bande, a Fulani Islamist. This is plotted to enable him to play the stooge of the presiding officer over the General Assembly to their advantage. But one thing is certainly sure. There will be an exhibition of an unprecedented diplomatic fireworks that the world has never witnessed in history of the global body, as the highly intelligent, enlightened, courageous and exceptionally victorious Ipob global leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, engages Professor Tijani Bande in the course of the convention. Our fingers remain crossed as the entire global community awaits another vista in world history. Come quickly, O September 2019. Written by Mazi Uche. Edited by Peter Oshagwu. For Family Writers Press International.